Now time for the fun stuff. So you got one of the top 20 most played songs on pop and adult radio. You got one of our top 20 most requested songs is too. And we asked people why they like the song. Let's see here. They love your singing. They think it's really catchy. They love what you stand for. They love the alternative vibe, the guitars and the drums, and they hope you make more songs like this. How does it feel to have real people saying that about your song?
Very, very cool. I never actually know what people are thinking when they're listening to the radio when they hear the song. So that's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Well, you've got 12 million followers on TikTok, which is not easy to do. So I think people like you just a little bit.
It's absolutely crazy. I'm still trying to process all of it.
How do you keep up with all that? Because you have to do the editing and the writing and the singing and the acting and the planning, and then you have to like put stuff up that people actually care about. How do you do all that?
I will say, like, the coolest part and the most time consuming of all of it is like having kids over. I guess I've like by accident become this babysitter. So I'm like, I have a lot of kids over for collaboration. So that's pretty long days, but a lot of fun. And then the editing is just lyrics really, and everything is pretty much just me and an iPhone and a very cheap ring light and this piano. You're looking at it.
Oh my gosh. But it keeps you humble. It keeps you like grounded because you're not too far away from where you came from, and you're always working hard and doing the next thing. But, where are you from?
I'm from New York and a little dirty Jersey. I kind of split it halfway.
Have you been traveling a lot lately, touring?
Yeah, we've been like, I'm home for about 3 days now, and home is LA now for me. And I have been living on an airplane pretty much, but having a blast. It's been tiring and fun all in the same breath.
I saw you went to college. Where did you go?
Barely. I barely. I studied abroad through NYU for a little bit in London. And I went to FIDM out here in their social media program as well. But I really only have one degree, an associate.
You got the John Lennon songwriting scholarship, didn't
you? That's true. That was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you know that. That's awesome.
No one's ever do that.
I wrote a song. I was like really young, and I recorded a song in my basement and submitted it to BMI. And that was like my first. I won this John Lennon scholarship, which is huge for those kids out there who don't know who John Lennon is. Pretty big deal. And I was like freaking out. They basically awarded me a scholarship check to kind of do as I please in music. And I bought my first like studio equipment, my piano for my basement studio, my computer. And then I got certified in producing and engineering through it's a program called Pro Tools, and that's it. First certification.
So does John Lennon have any coincidence, any personal connection to you? Are you a big Beatles fan?
I'm a huge Beatles fan, but no personal connection whatsoever.
Well, I know you performed a lot of their songs on American Idol. You did such a great job at all of that. But who else do you really like? Anybody you want to work with?
I love Billy Joel. Huge Billy Joel fan. As far as like people I want to work with, I love Ed Sheeran. I love Julia Michaels. They're like, I think, some of our greatest songwriters of our generation. And really anyone. I'm kind of like a fangirl of all things. That's why I've been bugging out so hard lately.
When did you realize that songwriting and performing was something you wanted to do?
Very, very young. I was like a really hormonal kid and a really dramatic teenager, really dramatic child. So the way I was able to get all of my drama out of my system was either singing on stage or writing songs about it, like I was writing in a diary. So I started performing very, very young, and I got a piano and taught myself to play chopsticks and heart and soul, and eventually started writing my own music.
So I feel like I know what Victoria's Secret is about, but there's always a different way for people to interpret the song. So what inspired it for you? Why did you write it?
Well, it started for me. There's a girl I babysit. Her name is Chelsea, and she was going through something with her body. And she's always telling me about insecurity she's going through in school. Like middle school can be really, really intense. I think we forget how much we felt everything. And she was like kind of talking badly about herself, and the friend said something. And I was like, ding, ding, something went off in my head where I had to stop her from thinking that way about her body. And because when I was her age, that's when that started for me. And now I'm 26 and I'm not in a great place when I look in the mirror. So I was like, I'm not really like ready to start being like, go me. I'm hot. Like I feel good about me right now. But I was like, I have to write it for Chelsea and for kids Chelsea's age and people that reach out on TikTok all day long, feeling bad about their bodies and comparing their bodies to other bodies that they see edited on social media, on billboards, marketed to them through massive corporations. And I was like, stop it, wake up. This is not it. Please wake up. No, you don't want to end up where I am. So I wrote Victoria's Secret.
Good song, and it stands for something so powerful. And I hope people are really listening to the words instead of just the beat, which is what all guys do. They don't even care about the lyrics.
Look, and maybe as long as it's getting out there, whatever it takes.
Was there any backlash from others or fear that maybe you'd be outcast for speaking up or complaining?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I get everything on every end of it, right? Like I'm constantly getting hate comments that I have to learn to just let it go. Like there was the obvious concern that the company themselves would try to sue me or something. And then if they didn't look past the metaphor of the whole song, right? But then there was people that are like, you know, you're just kind of fat and like want to promote health issues. And I've gotten that. And I'm like, you guys are nuts. I have actually one comment that I was laughing out loud at. A dad commented on my TikTok being like, thanks a lot, Jax. Now my like 17-year-old daughter won't go to the gym when I think she should lose 5 pounds or something. I was like, whoa, you weirdo. Like you're 17. Why are you so stressed about your 17-year-old like that?
Right.
If she doesn't care, you know, like
just let it go.
It's crazy. But yeah, I try to let it go.
So it's a song from an album. What's next? What's happening for Jax?
I hope. I have a lot of songs. And I guess we'll see what the new year brings. I'm if it was up to me and I was just like, I would just be like, drop it, go. But I got to take a deep breath and let some songs sink in a little.
Well, I think you're going to do a live performance for us, which I'm very excited about. So how about we intro into that and you take it away and do your spicy performance of Victoria's Secret, one of my favorite songs of the year. And that's no radio BS either.
Oh, no radio BS. I love that. I'm going to try to carry you around in my pocket and so you can hype me up all day long. Okay. Well, hi everyone. I'm Jackson. For those of you who have no idea what we're talking about, this is a song I wrote called Victoria's Secret. And when you listen to it, I hope a little light bulb goes off for you and you don't compare your body to anybody else's body. Here we go. God, I wish somebody would have told me when I was younger that all bodies aren't the same. Photoshop bitty models on magazine covers told me I was overweight. I stopped eating, what a bummer. Can't have carbs in a hot girl summer. If I could go back and tell myself when I was younger, I'd say, psst, I know Victoria's Secret. And girl, you wouldn't believe she's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret. What is it? She was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by. I wish somebody would have told me that thighs of thunder meant normal human thighs. The freaking pressure I was under to lose my appetite and fight the cellulite with Hunger Games like every night. If I could go back and tell myself when I was younger, I'd say, hey dummy, I know Victoria's Secret. And girl, you wouldn't believe she's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret. She was made up by a dude. Oh, she was made up by a dude. Victoria was made up by. I know Victoria's Secret. And girl, you wouldn't believe She's an old man who lives in Ohio, making money off of girls like me, cashing in on body issues, selling skin and bones with big boobs. I know Victoria's Secret. She was never made for